What up, bro? Can you hear me? All right, we're gonna get started. Hello.
Hello. Right, I'm not in the
Let me do this real quick.
There we go.
I'll put it like this. We do it just like that. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Again. My name is Kel.
And I am Princella.
And this is Recipe to Chivalry. And as usual, we're going to start off with a short little prayer. So give us a moment.
Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you and we bless your name. We thank you for another day. We thank you for how you've kept us. Lord, we thank you for this audience. We thank you for your people. Lord, I ask that our content is able to help somebody, to let them see us, how we flow in our marriage and our relationship and our friendship, so that it'll be able to help others. Lord, let them also come on here and have fun. And just know that this is a safe place. Lord, we thank you and we bless your name. Amen. How y'all doing today?
Amen. What up, John? I see you on here. I don't know if you can hear me, bro.
Us, but hey.
Respond if you can.
It just says camera, no audio. So I think he did like he did before.
He did before.
I
see your camera, but no audio.
Yep.
All right. So if you go see you on here today, the topic is it okay to go through your partner's personal belongings? A little drama music. How do you feel about that?
It depends on the situation.
For me, it's
I mean, for the most part, no. But
yes,
there are some instances where going through the belongings is very profitable thing.
You said profitable?
Yes, it's very profitable.
Why do you say it's profitable?
Because it is. I mean,
watch this one, y'all.
Hey, we're gonna jump right in. You
said it's profitable. So I want to understand what is so profitable about going through your partner's belongings.
There are times when it is necessary to do that.
And what time would that be?
When I gotta do chores. When I'm doing house chores. Yeah, when I'm doing house chores, I'm picking up clothes off the floor. I'm getting them ready for the laundry, and if I happen to go through the pockets and my husband left me a tip, knowing that I have to take care of his items, and praise the Lord. Yes.
Time out on the plate.
Nah, give me some hype me up. Hype me up, cause yes. You did leave me a tip. First of all, you're not doing the laundry, right? I mean, let's be for real here. You're not doing the laundry, it's me. That's true. Baby.
It is what it is.
And when you take off your clothes, whether or not you left money in there. Stop playing.
Not always. Sometimes you forget.
Okay, so you go to the store and you forget you got money.
Sometimes you forget.
You don't forget to take your wallet out.
No, because that's big and bulky. You can feel it in the back of your pocket. But that money get flat sometimes. I'm dug in my pocket sometimes. I put money in my pocket.
And the Lord said, what? He won't find it because it's 4 quintiles.
I dug in that pocket.
And that's what happens.
Dug in that pocket and did not feel the money.
That's what happened.
Even though it was in there.
No,
if I go back in there later and I actually scraped against the sides and it's in there. But anyway.
Again, the Lord left it for me.
Whatever.
But but seriously, that is a time where I would probably go through your stuff. But for the most part in our Mary, excuse me, y'all, my ear itch. I have not had a reason. I haven't been given a reason to have to go through his belongings
John, you're on here, but bro, we cannot see you
or hear you.
or hear you. Just let me know, we cannot see you or hear you.
So you're gonna
You
have to
are
probably
allowed camera wise on here on the Restream. Your camera is enabled, but your audio is not. So I think you're having the same issue you had last time. So you may have to come on Facebook to either send us well, actually you could probably send us a private chat that I can see. Not private, but you could probably type something in the chat and I can see that. But as far as hearing you on the screen,
on
I cannot.
camera here. Why is it waiting on camera?
Probably trying to enable your camera here. So what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out why it ain't showing. Just trying to figure out what's going on. That's for me to end it. Yeah, it's saying it's live, but when I go here, I can't see it.
It says 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, that was 4 minutes ago. But when I go here, when I'm in managing and I go to expand, it's not doing like it normally do, which shows everything. I don't know what's going on with
Which
that.
one are you in? You in the recipe or you in the Killing Queen?
No, I'm in the Killing Queen. That's
Okay.
the one I always in.
All right, so
yeah.
Let me get back to this. So when we did some studying on this, it types up that it is generally not considered acceptable to go through a significant other's personal belongings without their consent.
I can agree with that.
Okay, so you say generally it's not accepted.
Yeah, generally. I mean, because if y'all are in a mutual respectful relationship where there is trust and the relationship is built on trust, there should be no reason to want to go through your person's belongings. I would think. I mean,
I can see that.
Again, if you're in a secure relationship and there have been no flags or anything to cause you to be suspicious, I mean, what are you looking for?
No. But as this is viewed as a breach of trust and privacy in most relationships, that's what they stated in that. So I can see that way. It could be, because you're sitting here going through someone's personal belongings, they can see it as a trust or issue or a privacy issue, right?
Right.
While some couples may mutually agree to share access to personal devices or belongings, trust and clear boundaries are crucial to a healthy relationship. And I agree with that.
I agree with that also.
So trust has to be initiated.
Right.
Has to be involved.
Exactly.
And there has to be clear boundaries. So how do you set clear boundaries, right?
Let's see. Where are we at? I'm trying to see where we at. Okay. Privacy and trust. Trust many relationships experts and therapists stress that respecting each other's privacy is a fundamental part of building and maintaining trust. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Violating this boundary by snooping can lead to emotional distress, conflicts, and may signal deeper insecurities or issues in the relationship itself.
I can see that because if I come and I see you snooping,
right?
Let's say my cell phone, and you're snooping through my cell phone, that to me that says there's some insecurity. You got some insecurities going on. You think that something may be going on. Because why would you be doing that? And why are you feeling that way? What is it that you think is going on that you have to sneak and look at my phone? And what are you looking for? Right? So we have to get to the bottom of that and what's going on with that issue. So if a person feels the need to check their partner's things, it's usually recommended to address these feelings through honest communication rather than secretive.
Okay.
So if you're feeling that way, that's something we have to explore.
Right.
Is that just you? in your insecurity, or is it something I'm doing to make you feel insecure?
It would definitely have to be. It can be both.
Right.
It can absolutely be both. Especially if there hasn't been any real communication about feelings and what's going on, or the person feels like they're not being heard, and if they're feeling like they're not being heard, and maybe the other person is defensive, it's like, why are you even questioning me?
True.
So I think the combination of the two.
So for me, it's like some things that I've seen, right?
Okay.
So like sometimes you may forget, you especially in a relationship, you would be with somebody all the time, and not that you forget, but you see them every day,
Right.
and you might not say to them every time they get dressed, "Hey, you look beautiful today." Oh,
right.
So because you've gotten so routine-ish.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because you may not say it to them, but they may see it when you say it to somebody else outside of the relationship.
That's exactly where I was going.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly where I was going.
Then,
so now I don't say it to you often.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
wait.
So let me put it to a two-way situation.
Okay.
So I don't say it to you often.
Uh-huh.
And under normal circumstances, even though I'm on social media and say, "Hey, you look gorgeous in that outfit," to whoever these other women are.
Right.
Under normal circumstances, that might not even bother you.
Right.
But here in this season, you're not feeling as
100%
beautiful, or you may have gained weight,
mm-hmm.
or you see something about yourself that you quite don't like.
Right.
So now, when something doesn't bother you because of that insecurity of yourself now,
mm-hmm.
it's an issue.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that could be one side of it.
Right.
And the other side of it could be that that's not the issue, that they're having insecurities. I could just be so, what would be the word? In a busy routine of seeing you, not remembering to compliment you.
Right.
That now when I'm doing this, it is an issue. Like, why can't you compliment me sometimes when I'm dressed up?
Mm-hmm.
So, but you can always point out somebody else's when you see them. So yeah, I can see where it can be an issue on both sides of insecurity.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I definitely agree. I'm not even. I don't even have a twist for that at all. I don't have anything.
Is anybody on there?
No, there's nobody. No comments.
Okay, no comments yet.
Mm-mm.
So I can definitely see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I think where it says that the communication needs to be open to figure out what's the issue, underlying issues are, and not secretive, because doing it secretively is only going to cause more issues. And see, exceptions and constant sometimes couples willingly share access to personal items or devices, especially if both parties are comfortable and see it as a sign of openness.
Yeah.
So like us.
Like us. I have his password to his phone. He has mine. So he can pick up my phone anytime, and
there's nothing for me to hide. There's nothing for her to hide.
I see everything. I don't ever feel a need to. Plus, I hate messing with his phone.
And I hate messing with her phone.
Yeah,
I'm an Android, and she's team iPhone.
Yeah, so we're house divided on that one.
Dealing with iPhone,
and I hate dealing with Android. So for us,
typically I was like, I don't even want to bother with her phone. Like, here, open it and give me what I need and send me straight to it. And then when I'm done, like, here.
Yeah.
As soon as I hit one button, it's like I don't know what to do, where to go for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So like, so when the trust has previously been broken. Now let's talk about that.
Okay, let's open up that one.
How do you deal with that?
Okay.
So let's say I catch you snooping on my phone,
mm-hmm.
or you catch me snooping in your phone. going through your social media pages, looking at your comments back and forth of who you talk to or who you text, how would that make you feel?
Well, first I'm going to ask you, what are you looking for?
Right.
All right. Okay. So now you have it. Now you're in it. What exactly are you looking for? Is there something I can help you to find? What is the need?
Again, so like we did the twofold on her side, so let's deal with the twofold on the opposite side.
Okay.
So the twofold on the opposite side could be my insecurity.
Yep. Like let's say I commented on like for me on social media. Y'all know I got a thing for gray-headed men, for gray bearded men. So everybody know about that the men's group, the Silver Foxes. Love them. Always on their page. They dress fly. You know, I love me a good looking man. I love me a good smelling man. He may see where I liked a photo or whatever. Now, normally it probably wouldn't bother him. But let's say he was saying with me, he's not feeling his best. And now he sees that. So it's like, oh, so is that what you're looking at? And is that what you want?
Let's go a little deeper. Or it's this one particular guy you keep clicking on
his page, right? And it might be because of his style or the way he dresses all the time.
Do you like him?
Right.
What is it about him you keep clicking on his page? Because there's a plethora of men in the group.
Right.
Why you keep signaling in on
that particular one? Right.
So I mean, like you said, it could be his style of dress.
Right.
The way he puts it together.
Right.
She likes that. You know what I mean? So it could be insecurities on my part. It could be, again, let's flip it again. It could be, hey, when you're with me, you dress plain Jane.
Right.
You don't get dressed up. I see you in your, what's a safe way to say it? I see you in your down, I don't even know a safe way to say it, but undressed, should I say, or relaxed. There you go. Your relaxed stage, where you're just at home, you're relaxed, you're comfortable, and you're always comfortable. But now when you're ready to go here, it's always, and you're taking time out to be so meticulous
about the way I look,
the way you look, the way you smell. Like, where did you get that cologne from? I never smelled that before.
Why you
because
wearing
you
that?
don't wear that around me. But every time you go here or go to work, you're making sure you're smelling your best. You're making sure you're looking your best. And I'm like, so then insecurity-wise, it can start to bother.
Right. And then my response to that would be like, well, we don't really go nowhere for me to dress up like this. But in your head, it's like, well, you ain't going nowhere but to work. But yeah, I got to dress professional. I got to look a certain way. Or if I'm going to hang out with my girlfriends or whatever, and depending on where we going at, there's a particular, little dress code, or you want to dress a little cute and a little sexy or whatever. But if me and him going out and I know we just going to grab some burgers or something, I ain't getting dressed up. We gonna throw on some sweats and some sneakers.
Right.
So it could be that.
It can work both ways.
Right.
Both parties need to be very aware and very transparent.
Right.
Because to be honest,
give me some hype me up.
We can be honest that we both are not always. I don't know. Click on it.
I was trying to do that.
Okay.
That's what
we can always agree that we're not always feeling our best, right? And sometimes that can play, that emotion can bleed over into some other people's feelings,
right,
emotions, where again it's that insecurity part,
right, and it could be
you can have a moment of insecurity,
or they could actually be they could be out there cheating.
Or it can be just what we think it is.
You could actually be out there cheating, and now you're feeling you're getting paranoid.
So we can flip the script again. Because I'm not paying you any attention, because I'm not telling you how beautiful you are, you go out here and somebody's like, oh wow. They notice the little details of, oh, you put your hair to the left this time. Oh, you got curls this time. Oh, you got locks this time. And they're paying attention to every little subtle
thing
change you
that
do,
your spouse isn't.
that your spouse isn't,
Mhm.
and that spouse is taking that in, because who doesn't like to be
Complimented, right?
Right?
Right. Everybody likes a good compliment. Everybody likes to be told they're beautiful. It's just, what do you do with that afterwards?
So, but then that becomes a dangerous game,
Mm-hmm.
because then you're starting to give that energy and attention.
Right, because it's something that you're missing.
Right.
So of course you want that fed.
But it can be an issue between you and your significant other,
especially if you don't have that conversation.
If you don't have that conversation, we're talking about, it needs to be open
Mm-hmm.
and not secretive if you're feeling that way.
Right.
Because if you don't address it, it's going to fester,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to build, and it's going to explode. And there may not be a recovery state from it.
Right.
Because it could just be such a huge explosion that both parties just never recover from it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, temporary transparency may be a part of rebuilding when it comes to that, right? So you have to have transparency.
So when you're okay, so I don't know if I agree with that as far as it being temporary. So once trust is broken, right? They're talking about temporary transparency. Right. I think there should be transparency regardless within a relationship.
Well, before I go any further, but I understand what you're saying. But go ahead, let me let you finish. Go ahead, because I'll finish up once you're finished.
Because of course trust is broken, right? Mm-hmm. So of course you got to be transparent about who you are, what you're doing, being able to build back up where they trust you again. But I don't think transparency should ever be a temporary thing. I think always being upfront, being honest, regardless, is always the best pill for me, anyway.
I get what you're saying. So we're going to go back to, it says the trust was previously broken, right?
Right.
So what I think what they're referring to is, now that our trust is broken,
mm-hmm.
the transparency that I think they're talking about is, correct me if I'm wrong,
okay.
I think there's mutual privacy without it being something that I'm hiding from you. I think privacy and hiding are two different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I say that, it's like on my phone, again, like we said, you have 100% access to this phone.
Right.
Nothing's locked. You can see everything. My social media is up there. You got all my social media. Anything I post on social media, I don't care which one it is, you can see it.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I talk about privacy, the privacy that I'm referring to, and I'm talking about transparency, is at no point do I expect you to be like, well, let me go see what he's doing, because there's nothing for me to hide where you can't see it. So at this point, when they're talking about transparency,
give me some hype me up. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to manage it, but go ahead.
Where it needs to be temporary is those areas of privacy that are just a given may need to be open some, because we have to rebuild that trust.
Okay, but if they're already a given, they should already be open.
But the trust was broken. That's what they're going off of. So it somewhere it wasn't. The trust is broken somewhere. So they're talking about how to rebuild. So before, is that when the trust was previously been broken, what do you do then? So temporarily, transparency may be a part of rebuilding that trust.
Okay.
But it should be openly discussed and mutually agreed upon.
Okay.
And not just done. Like, let me see your phone now. And now every little second you want to see every little thing, because that's not building trust.
Right.
But because we're talking about the open transparency, it should be like, okay, look, I should be able to come to you like, oh, would you? Oh, here. Or you say, hey, let me see that. Here
you go.
Because we have to build that trust.
Right.
And at some point, we can go back to that privacy that is a given, that I don't have to worry about you running behind my back to see what I've done. Or when it says the trust is broken, right? to me, that also could be insinuating that even though we have that open privacy,
Mm-hmm.
you weren't looking, but for some reason you found something that maybe I shouldn't have been doing, or vice versa.
Okay.
So that trust is broken.
Okay. I'm with you.
Okay. So now it shouldn't be done covertly, right?
Right.
So consequences of snooping, studies and therapists commentary highlight that snooping can erode trust and lead to breakups or ongoing conflict. And I completely agree with that.
I completely 100% agree with that.
Because if you're snooping, one, you don't trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you think something is wrong.
Right.
So for one, let's say on my end, there's absolutely nothing I'm doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But you keep snooping. That
Looking
could
for
be
something.
so irritating that somebody goes, well, you're so wanting to catch me doing something.
Let me go ahead and
You got to be doing something yourself.
Or let me go out and let me just give you something.
Oh yeah, or let me give you something. But to me, I don't really rock with that. Let me give you something.
I mean,
part.
people.
No,
there are people that
I'm not
do.
saying people
You
don't. I'm
don't.
not saying people don't do that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just, to me, in my opinion, that's just an excuse. Something you probably wanted to do anyway.
Anyway.
But what I'm saying is, you're doing that, and the other person may feel like you're trying to push that off on me so hard because you want to validate your own garbage.
Mm-hmm.
That you can say, okay, I feel safe now because if my mess comes out, you got messed too. So it might not be that dramatic
Right.
or one-sided,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's where that snooping could really be eroding to the trust or lead up to breakup and especially conflict going forward.
Right. And that's where that other part came into, even if there's nothing problematic, it's found the act of it itself often damages respect and intimacy between the partners.
Yeah, because you're constantly looking at each other with a side eye.
Mm-hmm.
Or constantly now worrying, what do you think about this? Okay, who wants to walk around on eggshells?
Nobody. I know
Right,
I
so
don't.
I don't want to get on social media and be like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't click that because she's gonna get mad, or maybe I should click because he's gonna get mad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do like, I think we really need to take into account sometimes, excuse me, how you would feel yourself. Like me, right? So on social media, when I see other people that I know or people that let me take TikTok. TikTok would be a perfect example for me. Like I'm on TikTok, I post my men's group that I'm in a lot on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I post a lot of my personal pictures of myself on TikTok. I get a lot of clicks and likes, right?
Mm-hmm.
From people I've never seen or heard in my life. Now, because they like my picture, if their picture pops up, I'll click and like some of their pictures. But if I see a picture that's a little provocative, like if they're doing, like you see the typical pose where they're sitting there and they're tooted up trying to show their back shot.
And the booty.
Oh yeah, the booty shot. I'm not going to click on that picture. Or if she's got.
Okay, so what's your reasoning of thinking that I'm going to react anyway, or to keep yourself from even being in anybody thinking
that?
Okay.
It's not so much of what you think.
Okay.
For me,
thank you.
For me, I put it like this. To be the husband that I am, I'm respectful whether you're there or not, whether you see it or not. That's the role that I'm playing, call myself being a husband. So for me, it's respect, period. So I expect the same from you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go see and look to see if that's what you're doing. Like if some guy sits there and he's got on a nice suit, the next thing you know, he got on a thong. I don't think you would be like, click, I like that. No, right? And see, that's for me. Like if she puts on a bathing suit and it's kind of revealing, and not telling I'm not going to click on your bathing suit picture. I'm see it, I'll scroll past it. And if you got a nice suit on, I'm like, I like that one. Click. That looks nice. Mm-hmm. You show a nice little face shot made up. I like that. Click. Or you show a shot you show a picture or a video that you're not even in it. You're showing stuff you're doing or your family. I like that. Click, 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 because the content itself may be something that I like. So me, I'm always mindful of, I'm not going to click on that one. I'll click on that one. Oh, I'm not going to click on that one. I'll click on that one. Like sometimes when I get a random like from somebody new, I'm like, oh, okay, this person clicked on my page. I like, let me click back on something of theirs. I'll go on their page and I'll find a headshot or something like that that's respectable, and I'll
hit
click like on that one.
Okay.
So that's I think some things that we need to keep in mind. I'm speaking from a man's standpoint, like we were talking about before, of sometimes we unconsciously do things that we don't take into account. That I didn't say good. I didn't say,
good
baby, you
morning.
look beautiful. Good morning this morning. The next thing you know, I'm on social media. Oh, click, 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 click. And she up there. Ooh,
and I'm
shaking like your mama gave
with
you.
a t-shirt and
in the birthday suit.
Right.
And I don't say nothing.
They don't say nothing. Don't even look up from your social media or nothing. Like, oh, really? But you in here just a liking and a clicking, and I don't walk past you.
And she's sitting on it, bending it over, shaking it, and doing the twerking. Right. And I'm clicking. That can be an issue.
And speaking of personal respect, I've been eyeballing your Hershey bar. Because every time I get on here, I start to yawn it, and I don't know why, y'all. Come on, pop it open, baby.
Nobody knows the trouble I see. Nobody knows.
Share. At least I asked. I didn't go.
I share everything.
I ain't just go and take it. I'm trying to be respectful and not go through your personal, get in your personal space.
What you got over there?
What you got? I asked. I always ask.
That's true.
I always ask. I'm like, what you got on your side of the bed I can eat, and then I determine if it's something that I want. I don't just be going over there just taking his stuff. I don't rock like that.
But let me see, what else can I get on here? Where am I?
We're right here. So in summary, going through a partner's things is generally discouraged unless there is a open consent and clear communication.
Okay, and maintaining mutual respect for privacy.
I left him more than half, y'all, so he can't say I'm
she took the peanut side, y'all. I bet your mom's ain't got no peanuts in it. But where was I? So you didn't got me distracted.
We're right here.
Maintaining mutual respect for privacy helps foster trust and emotional security within the relationship. So, how can you talk to your partner about privacy boundaries? Talking to a partner about privacy boundaries involves open, honest, and respectful communication, focused on mutual understanding and trust building.
Okay. So let's deal with
now what mine.
Respectful communication.
Okay.
Because a lot of people communicate, but there's always a lot of yelling involved. There's a lot of cutting each other off because sometimes we do that and I have to pull back. It's also about actually actively listening and not preparing a rebuttal. You know what I mean? I mean, really listening to what the other person is saying. Not saying that you're going to agree 100% with everything that they're saying, but hear it, understand it, or at least try to. Yes, and try not to be defensive about it, and understand that it is okay. And this is just me talking that you may not see eye to eye. I think the first step is that's important is that you're just listening. You're listening to the other person. You're hearing how they're feeling, what they're feeling, trying to get an understanding of the things or the triggers that's making them feel that way. Whether you agree with them or not, because there's a lot of times where I'll say something or Kel say something and I'm like, well, I don't necessarily agree with that. but I hear you because that's how you feel about the situation. I can't tell him how to feel. All I can do is do my very best to listen and try not to cause any I don't know, anything that's gonna.
Yeah, because we have this mechanism called defense. And immediately when you feel attacked, you go into defense mode. And that defense mode shows up in a multifaceted ways. Either you shut down or you automatically you feel like they're pointing out all your flaws and errors. So you turn around and start trying to point out all theirs instead of getting to the root cause of the issue. So you're really not getting anywhere. You find yourself tearing each other down because communication is an art form. And it's something that needs to be practiced.
Daily.
Because to be honest, it's hard to sit back and listen to someone that's telling you things that may be absolutely true about you
that you haven't dealt with.
They don't like. And guess what? When you hear it,
you don't like it
you don't like it either. So, it's something that needs to be worked on. And it can be painstaking. It can take some time. It can be one of those things where you have to really do some self-reflecting and do your due diligence when you see those triggers. You learn those triggers. Learn how not to go directly into what you're used to responding or reacting the way you would normally do.
Yep.
Right? Because sometimes it's just your partners trying to get off their chest the way they've been feeling. And it could be it's been backed up for a while.
Right.
So they may not communicate it the proper way either.
Right, because it's so much and it's just coming out like a dam. I mean, the dam has exploded.
It's broken.
Right, and it's just
leaking
flowing.
Everywhere.
So you just got to give them that safe space.
So understand there's an issue. So you might not get to the root cause right there in that second.
Right, not in that session.
Understand there's an issue. And because you love each other, focus on there's something wrong. And now we need to figure out what it is. Take ownership that it could be something that I'm doing. And how do we fix it? Okay.
Yep.
Where are we on here?
And we've done that. Here are ways to approach this important conversation. How do you talk about privacy and boundaries? Start with conversations proactively before conflicts arise.
And see, that's a good thing. So you could practice that communication like we're talking about before the conflict. So when you're upstairs or you're sitting beside each other, let's say it was a past issue, because now our emotions are at their heightened height. We can rehash it calmly, collectively, and focus on getting our points across.
Right.
Where we may be able to effectively communicate to each other what the underlying issue really was before we started poking the bear at each other. You know what I mean?
Use I statements to express your feelings and your needs, such as I feel uncomfortable, when whatever.
When whatever the issue is.
This keeps the focus on your experience without blaming. Right.
Because the blame is where the defense shield comes out.
You get
I'm being attacked.
Right. And so when you're feeling attacked, what do? You either attack back
or you protect yourself.
Right. Right. So always be like, okay, not something that you did. This is just how I am feeling right now. This is how I am made to feel, whether you're doing it on purpose or not, this is just how it's affecting me. So those are, you got to do those. Share examples of how past relationships honor or violated privacy, maybe.
Right.
Because that'll help the other person understand things maybe not to do that may be triggering, or things to do to help you, to keep good.
Being that you said that, is it safe though to compare past relationships.
No, we're not so much compare past relationships. It's about your privacy. Like
Right.
we're talking about the privacy part.
So you have to be careful
So in
there,
those relationships, we're talking about
not to make comparisons.
right. Right. So, but you also want to be able to tell a person, well, hey, in my past relationship, this is what happened to me, because that gives the other partner understanding of maybe why you have low self-esteem in one area, or why you're feeling a certain way,
or your boundaries,
or your boundaries.
Right.
And that, you know, this isn't a path I can go down again.
Right.
You know, I've dealt with this in the past. I've worked on myself. This is no longer an issue, so I won't allow this.
Right.
This can no longer be allowed because this is something that I went through in a past relationship and it didn't work well for me.
Or it could be, I don't mind you clicking on other guys' pictures, but when these guys are walking around with the thong song playing and they got on their little Speedos, I don't like you clicking on those pictures. Those are my boundaries.
Right.
You know, just, talk about your boundaries. Discuss different types of privacy, such as digital,
right,
phones, passwords,
right,
financial, social media.
Okay, so what about finances? What if there is an instant where your partner's been saving a lot of money and they just never told you about it?
I think that is.
You think that's a bad thing?
I think that's relationship based upon each relationship, because sometimes there may be something that needs to be done. Sometimes it can be a bad thing because that person could be like not as helpful as they could have been, watching you sit there struggle when they could have lent a helping hand, or show you how they managed theirs to try and get you on the same path. So, I mean, to me, it's relationship based upon each relationship.
Okay.
But those are some of the things that you can discuss.
We talked about social media boundaries already.
Right. Phones, passwords.
And what's comfortable for each partner. Ask your partner if there's any comfort level and listen actively to their concerns about those boundaries.
Right.
Willing to compromise or meet in the middle
if your privacy expectation is different.
Right.
Right.
I think that's important.
Yeah, so if it differs, like, hey, if yours is extreme to the left, hers is extreme to the right. Can we meet in the middle? Like, okay, you can only click on the guys that don't have a six pack. They got a beer belly. If they walking around with the Speedo on,
I approve which ones you can click on his.
Right.
Yeah, you can click on his.
If they walking around with a Speedo on and they got the beer gut, yeah, click on that one all day long. But if he walking around and chiseled up, no, don't click on that one.
Okay, Angela said, I think finances should be an open and honest discussion. Most definitely.
First, I want to give Angela her flowers.
Yes, most definitely.
Thank you for joining us, Angela. Yes, and definitely you're right. It should be open and honest discussion, because if nobody knows nothing else, I don't care if it's a relationship, I don't care if it's a friendship, I don't care if it's family. Money can tear all kinds of partnerships apart. Business partners, families that you've been tight with forever and a day. People fall out about money
all day, every day.
So yeah, that's probably one of the big things you can discuss.
She also said you should be able to discuss boundaries being in a relationship versus being single. She means to adjust it, because sometimes when you're dating single,
you do what you want to do when you get ready.
But once you're mated,
once you start dating, things can change.
Right. Deborah came in and she said, "Boo, you sound convincing, but that's a red flag for me. I'ma say what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours." Thank you for saving Boo. She's talking about the money.
Hold on, let me give her flowers. Thank you, Deborah, for chiming in. Absolutely. So in your instance, Deborah, that's something you would have to communicate, or you should
Communicate with your
right up
spouse.
front. Like, look,
all money's mine.
I got my bread. You got your bread,
but your bread is my bread.
You better be responsible with your bread, because I'm going to be responsible for mine.
But that's not what she's saying.
What is she saying?
She is saying that her money is her money, and her boo's money is her money too.
Explain that to him too, because he might not be one to do that, or he could be a sugar daddy,
right?
Who knows?
You know, because I've been trying to find me one, because mine's been acting up over here. He always told me I'm the sugar mama now. I don't know how I'm feeling about that.
I think we have a technical difficulty.
Y'all see this? He talking about he trying to have him a sugar mama.
My mic not working all of a sudden. Let's see, where are we now?
We are at setting clear expectations, consequences for crossing boundaries while maintaining respect and calmness. Okay. Recognize that those boundaries can evolve over time, which is really true as trust builds.
And not as you get older, not just trust. Sometimes things change. You don't care about certain things.
And you don't. Let me tell y'all, like, they ain't tell us. Once you get over 50, like, stuff that bothered you in your 20s and 30s, you like, whatever.
Let me hit y'all with one real quick. Let me tell you some of the things that change, right? So, you know, when you first get together with your little significant other, you try not to use the bathroom around them. You don't want to poop around them. None of that, right? You don't want to pass gas, none of that, because you find out, how can that cute little thing smell so stink?
Are you talking? What about you, yo?
I'm just saying, period.
Ooh,
I'm just saying,
talking about me, y'all.
I'm just saying, period. But you
don't
know,
even be like that.
Things change, and after a while, you find yourself standing at the door, like carrying a whole conversation.
Right, like, he don't care. Hey, he love it.
Pass that spray. Hold on. Oh, now we can finish the conversation. Because you're killing it over here. So, you know, sometimes the boundaries can change. Because in the beginning, you remember, like, hold on, pop. No, I don't know what you be eating, but.
Man, just be like, oh, she said zero trust, Deborah. I don't send out my representatives. Deborah is never present. What you see of her is what you're gonna get. Queen baby, you understood exactly what I meant. See, her money's her money.
Hey, it is what it is. To each their own.
Hey, I ain't mad at her.
I ain't mad at her. But so regular check-ins are helpful. If different disagreements persist, consider involving a mediator or a therapist, right?
Right.
To facilitate understandings and tips for effective communication practices. Like she said before, active listening, maintaining eye contact when you're talking to somebody, because that's a sign of engagement. That's a sign of you're not only engaged, but you're listening, you're understanding, because you can read a lot on a person's face, whether they want to hear it, they agree, disagree, or a lot can be said in just facial expression.
Okay, and then also I think with communication, if you have that person that is the one communicating their feelings, and you're the one that have to actively listen to this, I think that the one that's communicating should not expect the active listener to be able to respond right away. I think sometimes that letting the person sit in what you're saying is better than trying to get an instant response from them. I know for me anyway, like he'll say stuff to me all day, every day. And I don't want to hear it right then and there. I really don't. Even especially when it's something where I know, okay, Queen, yeah, I need it, but right then and there, I'm not in a place where I can take it all in. So I'm definitely one of those people that if you come and you say something to me, like give me the grace to be able to sit in it for about a day or so. Like I already know what you're saying is correct, but me being able to respond, take it in, and make the adjustments, I need that time to do that. You know what I mean? Because you are 9 out of 10 times, you know, you got stuff you need to be working on about yourself. And like he was saying earlier, nobody likes to be told anything negative about themselves. Nobody should know you better than you. So if you already know those are things that need to be worked on, I think that it's important that if it's said to you or there are those areas that need improvement, that who's ever the person that is communicating that to you should definitely give you that space to kind of take that all in and not respond instantly. I think there should always be a waiting period for that, because that gives the person time to take everything in, to kind of sit back, and then they're able to communicate a little better.
I can see that. I can see that.
Instead of just attacking because you attack, they feeling attacked.
I can see that. So avoid interrupting and validate your partner's feelings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was like she said before, I can't dismiss how you're feeling. How you're feeling is how you're feeling. Now, the underlying of that, it may be misleading. And when I say misleading, what I mean is that you may be feeling a certain way based on bad information.
Right.
But you still, this is your feelings.
Right.
And I have to validate that.
Mm-hmm.
You're feeling like I'm paying these other chicks
more attention.
Mm-hmm. That's your feelings. Is it validated? Maybe not, but your feelings definitely have to be validated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So create a judgment-free space for honest sharing without criticism. That's a hard one.
It really is.
It's a hard one.
That's what I was saying.
Has to be done, but it's a hard one.
Yeah, because nobody likes to be criticized at all. Nobody wants to, that's what I was saying, nobody wants to sit in that. Like, most people already know that they have lacks, that there are areas in where they lack, or there needs to be improvement. And I don't need nobody else putting a spotlight on it.
But don't justify your needs excessively.
Right.
But explain your perspective where you're clear on what you want to share and what you want to keep private.
Right. And I can respect that. Understanding that those boundaries are creating safety and respect and not control.
Right.
You should never be feeling like you're being controlled at any point. Approaching a conversation with empathy and with the willingness to understand, what your partner is saying. So you create those privacy boundaries that strengthen trust and intimacy within your relationship.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So those are things that must be practiced. Like exercise, you only get better if you keep
doing it. That's with anything. Practice makes perfect. Will you get it right every time? No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
But you get better at it.
Right. You will get better at it.
And guess what that's going to build? More intimacy.
Right.
More trust. More understanding between each other.
Right.
Because even sometimes, as long as we've been together, sometimes you think you know a person dead on. As you grow, sometimes you change.
Yep.
Your perspective changes. The way you think about things change. The way you internalize things change.
Right. So I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of times when you've been married as long as we have, people start to change, and with them changing, it creates walls, and people begin to grow away from each other.
Okay.
And a lot of that is because they're not taking the time to express that, foster each other's whatever that change is, and say, okay, I might used to like doing X, Y, and Z. I'm not there anymore. I'm older. I want it this way. Even with sex, y'all. And this is a grown-up show, and let's be for real. So what you liked when you was in your 20s, you may not like now in your 50s. Right. So, but you have to communicate those type of things. Where I may like for him to dress a certain way when he was younger. Now I don't like that anymore. So y'all have things that change. You have to be able to communicate that and
I'm glad you said that.
and grow together. There has to be growth together, not just apart, because everybody grows as an individual, but you have to also within that relationship, you have to take time to also, as you're growing as an individual, make sure you're fostering that relationship too. To keep that so that y'all stay connected.
So like me, like when she talked about change, sometimes even though it's subtle, it can be big. If that makes sense. Like for me, younger, you know, the more jewelry, the better. Bracelets, rings, everything, chains galore. Now, I don't like to put all that stuff on. I like to have a nice watch,
right?
A ring or two, but like my chains, the one that hang down here, I have rarely ever put that on. I don't like to because to me, it reminds me of being back in my 20s and 30s. I'm not 20 and 30 anymore.
Right. Plus your style has changed.
Right. I want to look like
a grown man, right? You want to look your age. You want, you
like
know,
I'm
you want to, right? You want to look your age and you still be young and dope.
Right. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I like on, like one time, something like, for instance, at church, they got kind of used to seeing me shirt, tie, dressed up, right? So one day I came in, I had on a leather bomber, I had on some jeans, I had on some baseball cap,
and I
had on my Jordans. They was like, "Okay, gangster." I busted out laughing. I was like, you know, I know I probably look totally different from what they were used to, but again, you know, my taste and my appearance
has evolved,
has changed. It's like I want to look mature. I don't want to look like the young street kid that I used to be.
And that ain't who I want anymore, because what I like now is completely different, you know.
So all right, let's speak on that.
Let's
say it didn't change. I still look like the hip hop 90s cat. Is that something you could still deal with?
No, because what I'll be doing is buying you stuff I like and telling you to put it on.
Right, but it would have to be remember we talked about being so far to the left and so to the far to the right.
Right, and I would find that meet in the middle, right? So
because I was still dressed that way.
Right, but I would find a way where you're still comfortable, but it's still something that's appealing to me.
Or find a way to incorporate.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We would incorporate the two styles to match it, to make it work. So those are ways that you can kind of, you know, complement that, because me and him, we do that all the time. It'd be so funny. He'll see something he like or he'll buy for me and I'll be like, ugh. But what I'll do is I'll find a way. Wait a minute.
Hold on. Time out on the play. There's been a foul on the play.
No, you ain't communicating.
There's been a foul on the play.
Did we talk about not interrupting? You may not agree with it.
There's been a foul on the play.
A foul on the play.
It's 7 o'clock.
Hey, when you see a foul, you call a foul.
Nah, because look,
I pick out some dope stuff.
I ain't saying that everything you picked out is horrible, but there have been some things you've gotten me where it's not really my style, and that I have to incorporate it into my style to make it dope. Because he took the time to buy it, which means he liked it. It's something that he wanted to see me in. So I'm okay with, even though it isn't, I'm going to find a way to make it work.
She be around here talking about, oh, you trying to put me something like my grandma, my mama used to wear. Like, no.
You do?
No.
And just like when I buy stuff, he'd be like, ooh, that's ugly. But then when I put it together, he'd be like, you know what?
No.
That's fly. Give it to me. Am I lying, babe?
Yeah.
Tell the truth.
Let me put it into perspective.
Please do.
So some things that she buy, I'm like, I don't really like that too much. But I do understand that sometimes, most of the times, you find a way to flip it and make it look. I'm saying that's ugly.
That's what I just said.
No, you said I say it's ugly, but you
You do. You have told me some things are ugly. You be
well,
like,
it depends. It
right.
depends on what
So,
it is. I take that
exactly.
back.
Thank
It
you.
depends on what it is, because you have picked out some stuff that was just straight bogus, straight bogus. And
But
you
then
didn't, you didn't flip it.
I
And you
did.
didn't put it together. It was just bogus.
Like what? Because now
because you didn't buy it. Because I was like, yeah, no. But I pick out some awesome stuff. Like I don't do it like I used to. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. I used to come home like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes. And how many would you take back?
I'm not taking none of them back.
No, but if they ugly, you would take them back.
I mean, I just sat here and said they wasn't typically my style, but I flipped it and make it work.
She tripping now.
All right. How many I bought for you and you took back?
None.
All right.
I give you your credit though.
All
See,
right.
see how you just downplay mine?
I
used to bring home mad shoes and she'd be surprised.
Y'all hear that word used to, right? Ask them what happened.
I don't do it anymore.
Why?
Not like I used to.
Why? Ask them why. Why?
Because I'm looking for a sugar mama. Somebody to buy and pick my clothes.
I'll do that now.
To put some dollars in my pocket so I can go to the mall and shop for free. Not that it would cost me a chain. So that's what I'm looking for. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I pick out outfits all the time that be just fire.
To him.
See how she downplay like I don't.
I never said you didn't.
She said to him, like,
right, it is fly.
You is fly, but to me it's like,
and like I said, because I said not everything. I didn't say everything.
I'm gonna get off the subject because as a parent, she's not gonna give you my credit.
I am giving you your credit because you do pick out some fly stuff for me, but not everything. I ain't saying
90% of the time.
I'll give you 90%.
90% of the time.
And I can give you that. Now give me mine. Don't think about it. Give it to me. Wrong.
I gave myself
Matter of fact,
it don't work like that. Whatever.
Yeah, like give it to me. Don't be playing at all. I don't know what your problem is, but yeah, definitely. See, this was a good example, y'all. You know, about again communication.
She don't know how to effectively communicate. Give me my props.
No, he did. Yeah. Do y'all see this hot mess? But okay.
Anybody that knows us knows it's the truth.
Yeah, I don't give you your props?
No, I used to pick out like 90% of the stuff about here. Put this on here. Try to put this on here. Buy this here. Buy that. That's fine. Don't get that. That's fine. No, get that right there. That's fine.
Again, ask him why he stopped. See, because now
do y'all want me to sing that horrible song again?
Like my thing is,
you know, want me to sing that horrible
if
song
you love me, I should still be getting that.
I do, just not like before. I do, just not like before.
Where's that time you brought me a pair of shoes, girl?
I can't remember right offhand. You know, my memory bad. My memory bad. But do I be buying you clothes and stuff here lately? When we go out to Florida, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Florida last time was me.
No, hold on, man. What are you talking about? Yo.
That's just regular.
Time out on the play. But anyway. Whew, man. All right, see, this is a prime example, y'all. Men, start carrying receipts. Keep your receipts in your wallet.
Please do.
Record everything.
Please
Record everything.
Please do.
But anyway. So yeah, back to what we were saying, all jokes aside. It is, I guess, something that really needs to be communicated. It's not a bad thing. Sometimes
John talking about same boy. John Moore.
You ain't know Mo? Mo no, she over here capping.
No, you just
Mo
didn't.
no.
Babe, really? Ooh. Don't you dare. Don't you dare do that to me. I'm going to need you. I need a public apology like right now.
Public apology for what?
I cap, baby.
Okay, not cap.
Oh, okay, right.
Not capping, but you kind of, I won't say cap. Okay, maybe cap was the wrong word. You expounded something that you kind of like downplayed what I done, what I did.
I'll never downplay anything that you do for me. You do very good for me. Like,
we're not talking about in a big bubble. We're talking about picking out your shoes.
I gave you your props on that, and I gave you your props on that.
90%.
And I said 90%. So how is that a cap? How is that me expounding on something that was incorrect?
She is really offended. Y'all see this, y'all? Y'all see this?
Do y'all see all this I'm giving him right now?
She getting her feelings quick.
I do.
Quick.
I do. I told y'all I do.
Well, pipe down, shorty. But anyway.
Okay, as long as you just publicly and give me my apology first.
I have a problem with it. I didn't. I said I apologize. Capping might have been the wrong word. But still pipe down.
Oh, don't do that. Put your finger down.
I didn't point it at you. I'm doing like this.
That's pointed. It is right at me.
That's
at me.
In your face.
Yeah, it is.
On the monitor.
It is. Don't do that.
This chick here. Y'all see what I gotta deal with?
Well, all of this.
Y'all see what I gotta deal with?
All this deliciousness.
Y'all see what I gotta deal with?
Deliciousness.
But anyway, anybody got anything they want to add? Anything they want to say? Because your girl about the
chain yanked. That's what Mom said.
Who?
Said chain. Say chain yanked.
My chain got yanked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a chain.
You do own a chain or two.
I don't walk away. No jewelry. I don't walk around with a chain at all.
You don't. I don't have to.
Never will.
And you won't have to.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You never have to be. Right.
I just have to tell Mo I don't wear a chain. Mo, I don't know what a
32
chain.
years.
I don't even know what a chain feels like.
You should know what.
I don't know what a chain feels like, Mo.
Yeah, you sure enough.
I don't know what it sounds like. I don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, I ain't have to use a chain that keep them correct.
I don't need nobody to keep me correct. I am correct.
Ooh.
I don't need nobody to keep me correct.
You right.
I choose to be correct. There's a difference.
God keep you correct.
That's the one.
That's the
one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And I'll take that all day, every day. That's why we don't need a chain.
And that's why I don't need a chain.
Mm-hmm. You don't need no chain.
But anyway. What else they got to say?
That's it. That's all he said. That's it. That's all.
Hold on. Let me do this correctly. I gotta give Mo his props. Thank you for showing up, Mobo. Hold a brother down. You and John.
He said he'll fix up the spare room for you. Hey, you won't need it. I like having him there, even if it's in the next room. Because I'm coming to mess with him, even if he's in the next room. I don't care.
And that's the thing, Mo. There's so many rooms in here. I ain't leaving. She had to put up with it. I don't care about being downstairs.
Mm-hmm. He can't leave.
Everything I need is downstairs.
Right. He just go to the other room and I'll let him have it for a couple of hours and then I'm coming. Or the next day, just depending on when I'm ready.
Having my space sometimes is a beautiful thing.
And having your space is a wonderful thing. Like,
how you think we go fishing all the time, Mo? Because that's me, my time.
Oh, Lord, don't say that to him. Lord, he got, oh, we're going tomorrow. We're going tomorrow. He got to work. But yeah, you do need to get him. I talked. Well, we were just talking about that. I was like, you know what? You ain't did no fishing at all. Like normally you would have.
We gotta go. We gotta find some other spots.
Mm-hmm. But I think.
Wait, I'm trying to get more at the house now, but it's hard because somebody might got a chain on them now.
Ooh, did he just try to throw you out there like that?
Don't you answer that because I got spare rooms too, bro. I got spare rooms too, bro.
Leave Mo alone.
All right, that's my dog. That's my bro.
Mm-hmm. I love me some Mo. That's all right, y'all.
That's my bro.
And y'all see how I said that?
I gotta introduce you to Mike. Y'all two need to get together and link up. Maybe I get you cut. I don't know. I ain't gonna do that. Never mind. I'll talk to you about it off camera. But anyway.
Are we gonna do I know I want to do a giveaway. We got the holidays coming.
What should we give away?
I don't know. I won't know how I want to do it yet. We gotta do some kind of giveaway.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. because I need for our social media to go up. I was thinking about, and we probably need to do a poll on maybe switching our times on Sundays to earlier, or would y'all like for us to do this more than one day a week? And maybe a poll should go out for that, so we can kind of see what everybody's thinking, what works for them, so that we can have more engagement. That's what I'm thinking. And if we can get our followers up and our social by a certain, I don't know, figure out a number.
It depends on what we want to give away.
Yeah, I do.
Because we want to give away something nice. Like,
yeah, I mean, well, we don't do bad, right? We don't give no bad gifts. So.
No, not at all. I'm thinking,
yeah.
Our first giveaway something. Some
nice, yeah. Nice. I'm gonna sit down. We're gonna sit down and see what we can come up with. If anybody got any ideas, throw them at us. What y'all like, what y'all want, within reason. Don't play with me. But I don't know, something coming up. Let's see who we're gonna bless. We're gonna bless some folks. We'll see. But definitely. Okay. So we did this week's question. We thank everybody for coming on. We thank John for being on, even though we could not see him or hear him at all. I don't know how we feeling about that. We're so used to him engaging. We thank Angie, baby.
And we saw your post on last week's conversation about the mental health. Yeah, I wish you came on too.
Right.
Yeah, that was
so Deborah, my love, for always being on. And then of course my brother, we both had both Johns on. John Moore and John B. Yes, so definitely salute to both of y'all, and thank y'all so much for being on. This has been another great episode of Recipe to Chivalry, and I am Quintella.
Yes, and I am Kel, and this is Recipe to Chivalry, and we're out.
Good night.
Good night. Thank y'all so much.